What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I decided to do something completely different. And as you know, I just recently updated my exit plan strategy for CRO. But I think that that strategy is not good enough. I don't think I want to be greedy by any means. What I want to do is be able to gather the most for the most like long term. And I feel like crypto.com and CRO and the things that they're doing are long term positions and long term plays, things that you can add to your life and benefit your life in so many ways, all the way down to the crypto credit cards, right? So that's what I kind of want to redo. So my strategy is completely different, and we will break down exactly what the strategy will be as we move along. But I decided to do something that some other people may have thought or may still think is dumb because they want to take profit from the gains that they see in crypto.com. Um, I decided to stake majority of my CRO. And I know I'm doing it now and I'm doing it for a year. Means that I'm missing out on everything that's going to happen during this altcoin season and maybe even further than that for that CRO that's there. But honestly, it doesn't matter to me. That matters not at all, right? And the reason why it doesn't is because I'm able to get so much more out of it from different things that are being displayed to us and giving to us so that we can get more CRO or get more rewards and all that stuff. So that's something that I thought was more valuable than just the gains that I received there. However, I will receive some gains and I will redo my strategy. I just don't know exactly how that's going to fully play out. So before we get started in this, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm talking about in this video. If you don't, feel free to comment down below and let me know what you guys think. And we can always talk back and forth. But check out my link for Twitter, for Patreon down below. Also, if you want to check out my link for BTCC, feel free to do so. This is a platform where you can leverage trade up to a 500x leverage. If you specifically use my link, you'll get a 10% deposit bonus, extra bonuses up to $10,055, 40% lower trading fees. And again, you could trade all the way up to a 500x leverage with 300 plus different crypto futures. They are also doing a giveaway. $1,500 split between 3 winners out of anybody that signs up using my link. So if you guys want a potential chance to win 500 USDT, sign up for BTCC today and deposit and trade within the time frame of September 2nd to September 16th to potentially win the 500 USDT. Also, you can register to receive $100 USDT coupons issued the next business day. So again, I decided to do something, right? When I look at Kronos and everything that has happened there, I decided to do something. If we bring over my wallet, right? This is my crypto.com wallet. And I want to show you guys what I have here. I have 227,000 that's sitting in my crypto.com wallet. I do have more that's in my DeFi wallet. I do have more that's over in my on Coinbase and elsewhere. I also have more that's in my Forever wallet, which is my Ledger wallet. So I do plan on maybe moving that, but we'll see how that all works out. But if I go into here and I look at Kronos and I break everything down with my balance, you're going to see that I have 135,000 that was in the cardholder CRO stake. Now, the reason why I decided to do that was because it entered me into the private area, right? To where I can get extra percentages back, extra things back. I can there's just so much to it, honestly, that I want to go through and I want to show you guys exactly what I'm looking to get back. But there's a lot to really show you. But you can see here how much I have staked. I have $180,000, $47,000. At one point, it's $50,000, $47,000 that is staked, but it's on private here to get me the icy white card. So I was very, very excited about having that and being able to experience that. So that's why I was like, you know what? I'm going to stake this for a year at 8.5%, be able to gain the extra CRO, which is great, but also be able to utilize the cards to get me my percentages back. So First, before we go into that, I want to show you guys where CRO is, and then we'll dive into this a little bit more. So currently, CRO is sitting at a 25 or 26 dollar price point. We're also seeing it up 236% in the last year. In today, it's down by 4.3%, so it's not anything that I'm really worried about. It's at 25.8. We are seeing $73 million worth of volume, which is a less than 1% volume to market cap ratio that sits there. Now, I want to be careful to what I can actually show you guys, because you never really know on these platforms and internet. And honestly, sometimes you end up missing something that you shouldn't have shown, and then you end up showing it. So CRO is in a comfortable spot, right? We all know the growth that we've seen. In 7 days, it's down by 9%. In the last month, it's up by 69%. So we saw this from the 16-cent level, even the 14 or 15-cent level, all the way up to a 37-cent level, and currently sits at 25 cents, which is a comfortable spot. Very happy with that. No matter if we see the growth now, or we see the growth throughout the rest of this year, or we see the growth through 2026, it's not going to matter for this CRO that I staked, which is about 200,000 of my CRO. Now, again, this does change my mindset and change what I'm deciding to do, because now I can take the 100,000 that's in my forever wallet and kind of put that somewhere else, or I can keep that 100,000 and then only work with the 100,000 that I have left, or 120,000 that I have left. So that's something that I'm still working through on whether I am going to do it or what I'm going to do with my plan. And we'll break that down in a future video to really give you guys an understanding of what that plan is. But if I was to give you a list of the benefits here, the reason why I decided to do this, right? You have zero trading fees within the private section here, or being able to have the, I don't know what to call it, but private entry or private credit cards program. I really don't know what to call it at this moment, because all I know it as a private invite only. I don't know what to call it, honestly. 5% APY on cash. So if I have cash in there, I can get 5% APY. 4% spending rewards with this card. I can get, and that's on everything. It's not just on, certain categories. We're talking about everything that you spend on, meaning that I can get more of a benefit with this card, especially having an appreciating asset, than having something that's depreciating and spending it on like the Amex card, getting a certain percentage back, right? If I get 4% back there, or 4x back, it may not be worth as much as this, because CRO will grow in value as I hold that for a long time. But Amex will kind of sit there. So we can talk about that at a later date. So the next payout will be 10 hours. So you have a bunch of different benefits with it, right? Other benefits that you get. Additional 1.25% on stable coins, 5% on cash, instant gold, global transfer, 0 foreign transaction fees, 2.5% transfer bonus, priority customer support, unlimited. Okay, we go into that. But again, let me see if I can list all benefits there and see what you guys can gain with that. I just thought it was a no-brainer to have versus the basic, plus, or pro, because you're looking at zero trading fees, 5% APY on cash, 5% back in crypto, 2.5% stock transfer bonus, 8.5% CRO staking rewards, and just so many others, versus the pro, right? If you go here, it costs you $29.99 per month to have the pro, instead of just worrying about the overall stake. Zero trading fees up to 50K. So you're getting more of a benefit with the private than you would with even, you're going all the way back down to the basic level. So I thought this was worth it, especially at a credit card stage rather than a debit card stage. It just made sense for me, So I decided to go about staking my CRO. And now I really only have a total of 220 CRO that's left out there to to utilize, right? Maybe a little bit over that because I only have like 180,000 staked instead of 200,000. So a little bit over that, but I still have less to work with and more that's sitting in kind of my forever balance. So while my forever balance was 100,000 CRO, now it is about 200,000 CRO. And that's a complete change in my plan and what I'm deciding to do. So I want to know what you guys think about this. Is this a good idea or is this a bad idea? Do you think that I'm going to lose out on a lot of money, or do you think that I'm making the right choice for the future, being able to gain with the credit cards, being able to gain on my cash more than what I have in a high yield savings account? And consistently, because we're talking about 5% for however long this program can last for, right? And honestly, it's a year at minimum, right? Because I have it for a year based on those metrics, based on what's there. But then it could also flow into year 2 and year 3, and we're talking about 5% on that. That's better than what you can gain in some stocks that you have out there. Honestly, some ETFs. If we're looking at SCHD, I didn't gain that much in the last year, but I'm able to gain 5% per year on my cash if I wanted to hold it in there. It's very, very interesting. I want to know what you guys think about this. Did I make a right choice or did I make a bad choice? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely check out my link for BTCC down below. If you guys want to get started with crypto.com and join the private sector, if that's what you want to call it, feel free to check out my link down below. Or if you're already a part of crypto.com and you already have CRO and you're doing all the big things, then fantastic. Go ahead and check it out for yourself because it's better than any other credit card that's in my wallet, right? We're talking about 4% on everything that I purchase. Yeah, sign me up as long as obviously the credit card limit is high enough, right, to cover everything. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.